on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome to the long-awaited finale of the Mario Kart tier list series. Today, we are going to be doing our ranking of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Cups. So this is technically the finale episode of this part of this. But I am, of course, joined by my co-hosts, Gamer Bro and Hylian Hero. Without further ado,
what's up, guys?
What's up?
let's just do this. We're gonna start with the Golden Dash Cup, which includes Paris Promenade, Toad Circuit, Choco Mountain, Coconut Mall. I should probably preface by saying I also am not going to participate this time, but I will be back next time we ever do a tier list ranking. But go ahead. Where do you guys put it, and where do you want to put it?
Go for it.
Oh, yeah, there's only 12 cups, and as you know, I didn't have any tracks lower than C, so my tier list goes as low as B, but that's where Golden Dash is, middle of B.
This cup is kind of
the average
terrible.
Cup.
Its cup is terrible outside of Coconut Mall. I hate being that person, but like Coconut Mall, so C tier.
Wow.
I did not like this cup. Looking at it.
Coconut Mall's what put it in B for me.
So where
if it wasn't for Coconut Mall, it probably would have been an F tier for me.
Where are you guys gonna put it on your overall?
Like I said, I'm not very picky. Wherever Gamer Bro wants to put it.
I mean, honestly, I feel like there's one other cup that could go in C if we decide to have one C tier. I would put this one like low B though.
Okay.
I can live with
close
that.
enough to C. It's close enough to C, like, because you also Choco Mountain and Paris, which are pretty good. So
they're okay. I will give you that. I will put it in B for those two tracks
it is,
alone. Like at least for Choco Mountain.
In its defense, it is the first cup, so it was supposed to be the most basic and simple one.
And it's so forgettable. Like I enjoy Paris, I enjoy Choco Mountain, but as a whole, I forget they're there most of the time.
Isn't that most first cups in Mario Kart games though?
Oh yes.
And even like Mushroom Cups, they usually have like the first three are like but then the last one's like yes. Like that this one follows the same pattern.
I mean, Wave 1 suffers more than any other wave, I'd say, that I really do believe that Coconut Mall is the one and only big standout. Like if it wasn't for having that track, this wave entirely kind of would be very mediocre, and I think Nintendo knew that, which is why I think they put it in so early.
Yeah, marketing, man.
Literally.
Granted, people probably still would have bought it even if it wasn't in this wave. So.
Oh, they would have. They would have.
I would have.
Be there.
I was sold as soon as I saw Paris Promenade in the trailer.
Literally, the second I heard the Coconut Mall music, I think I ascended into out of my body for a second.
That was me because the trailer started with Paris right away as the first track that was shown, and I was like, I'm sold. You don't need to show me no more. There's 4 tracks. That's all I need. I'm already sold.
All right. The Lucky Cat Cup with Tokyo Blur, Shroom Ridge, Sky Garden, and Ninja Hideaway.
I don't want to start this one because I know I'm going to make people mad at me.
I had Sky Garden and Shroom Ridge both in B, so they're like average. I had Tokyo Blur as my only C tier one, but then Ninja Hideaway is like an A. Wow, this one's hard.
So
I have Coconut Mall higher than Ninja Hideaway, so this is the one I could put in C. I could willingly see in C tier if I were to put one in there.
If we're to agree that this one can go in C, I'd be cool with that. This is the second and only other one I put in C tier. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Shroom Ridge. I tolerate Sky Garden, but I'm one of the people that does not love Ninja Hideaway. I think it's a fun track, but I could very easily live without it.
Fair. And I mean, when you're looking at the 2 city tracks, Paris is better between the 2. So
I think we discussed this in our actual track ranking, but I think Tokyo Blur was my least favorite or second least favorite or something like that.
On our tier list, we had it as the lowest tiered city track out of all of them. So
then I think that's a sign.
Yeah, I think this one could be in C just for. I mean, granted, Tokyo Blur had to be in Wave 1, because if it wasn't, it would have been weird.
Oh God, yeah, it would have been
All right, so where you guys?
C tier.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make this our probably only C tier, maybe,
Yeah,
unless there's another one.
No,
Alright.
those are my only two that I put in C.
I think a lot of cups progressively got better as the waves went on. So
Agreed.
not just like with like just the overall cups, but like the track selection each time like got better and better.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so for the sake of the video editing, for Wave 1, we have the Golden Dash Cup, which was placed in B, and the Lucky Cat Cup, which was placed in C. Now on to Wave 2. The Turnip Cup, which includes New York Minute, Mario Circuit 3, which only Matt likes, and Calamari Desert, and Waluigi Pinball.
I don't. The competitive scene likes it. The competitive scene likes this track. Trust me.
Is that a good thing?
Yes. Because it's a very competitive track.
We should
it's
only
really
ever play on Battlefield or Omega. Always.
This literally is like the Battlefield Final Destination of the Booster Course Pass for some comp players. Like it's good for catching up. That's why it's so competitive.
I'll cut right to the chase though. This is a B tier. Like New York is fine.
I agree. By the way,
Mario Circuit's harmless. Waluigi Pinball absolutely is what like really boosts this cup though. I won't lie.
Boosted course pass.
They basically like pulled off what they did with Golden Dash again. They kind of did like, okay, there's some like average ones, and then boom, big fan favorite right at the end. So
I'd be a little bit nicer to it. Like Calamari Desert absolutely has a fan base, and I think they made some good changes to it.
Just ask Schaeferless Productions. It's like his favorite Minecraft 64 track.
I do think Paris is probably a little bit better than New York. I'm probably counteracting myself from the other video by saying that.
Did you say that Paris is more prominent?
Oh my
I'm
God.
leaving this video.
Actually, I agree. Actually, on my tier list, I do have Paris higher tier than New York. So yeah.
So I do think they kind of balance.
I put it in B, but it's one tier higher than Golden Dash, just because I think Calamari Desert and Waluigi Pinball, and even Mario Circuit 3 are the ones that really do it for me.
See, I'm looking at the tracks right now, and it's frustrating.
Or at least Calamari and Waluigi.
Well, it's like I like Paris more than New York. Mario Circuit 3 and Toad Circuit are about the same for me. I think I prefer Choco Mountain to Calamari, and I prefer Coconut Mall. So I'm like, can I really say it's worse?
I also like to think about first impressions. Like New York Minute was cool because it was Tor's first ever Nitro track finally in the game. Mario Circuit 3, it's like another circuit track, but it amps the difficulty up a little bit. Calamari Desert with the big surprise with it like merging into the tracks now, and then just having Waluigi Pinball ending it off. Like for me, that's also like.
No, it's true. I do think as a whole the cup is probably better than the Golden Dash Cup, and I'm also just like, the Golden Dash has some higher highs in my opinion.
We're still at the kind of keeping it simple, but we're getting there. We're picking up slowly.
So where's this going?
B tier. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
Golden Dash.
I have it above Golden Dash personally, but
if I was to argue it right now, which kind of am, I would say below Golden Dash, but I'm also not super picky on that.
See, I'm the opposite. I like Calamari more than Choco Mountain, and Mario Circuit 3 more than Toad Circuit. So that's why I'm like.
See, this is something I'm not gonna fight for. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be fighting for Choco Mountain today.
The track's not worth it.
No.
I'd put high B personally.
Because at least I can remember that Calamari Desert's in the game.
So high above, but I think Golden Dash will end up being at the bottom of B because that's what you said before. So
probably.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Propeller Cup, Sydney Sprint, Snowland, Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sunday. Little split.
Yes. Little Whip's course.
I want to so badly put this in A tier, but Sky High Sunday is in this cup, which makes me not want to do that.
It's so much better in Tour, and I hate to say that.
Like Sydney, Snowland, and Mushroom Gorge are fantastic tracks. And then you got Sky High Sunday.
Speak for yourself.
We've already discussed this. It makes me mad.
I like the track. I have it in A tier, so I can't really be too harsh on
I
it.
won't
But
fight you because I do, in my heart, want to put it in A tier. I'm
you
just
know what?
always going to be looking at this and being like, "There's that one ice cream stain on a beautiful cup."
It's like what you said about Calamari though. It does have a fan base. Like some of my friends on Twitter actually do like this course. So
where did you put it?
It's kind of like disappointment. I put it in B tier, but I'm willing to put it in A tier.
I have it low A. It's my lowest of all
I'm
the
fine
A
with
tier
that.
ones.
I'm fine with that.
Low A.
Yeah.
All right, that was
Because I only put three cups in A tier, so I'm gonna have to budge on one or two, I'm sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so that was wave 2. So A tier Propeller Cup, B tier Turnip Cup, Golden Dash Cup, and C tier Lucky Cat Cup. All right, wave 3, starting with the Rock Cup, London Loop, Boo Lake, Rock Mountain, and Maple Treeway.
Ooh, now we're really getting better here. I have it also an A, but it's much higher than Propeller.
Really? I put it in B tier, much lower than Propeller.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. I love Maple Treeway. I really do enjoy Rock Mountain and Boo Lake.
Actually,
London's okay, but we're comparing. I think Mushroom Gorge is like the saving grace on that cup.
I have now moved it after I think I did my ranking wrong looking at it because like 2 of these are like B tier tracks, at least on mine, and then Boo Lake's like an A, but Maple Treeway is like S. Okay, yeah, I moved it. I'm changing my mind. I'm putting it in high B. I'll put it top B for Maple Treeway.
Because it's
high
like
B because Maple Treeway.
Yeah, for me, it's basically Maple versus Mushroom Gorge, and I do love those tracks almost equally. But then you go, okay, it's between Sydney and London, and I much prefer Sydney.
I'm actually surprised they didn't put Rock in Wave 2, but I think they wanted to put it in Rock Cup, so...
They had to.
Everyone knew that course was coming when we saw Rock Cup.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm cool with B.
Yeah, high B. Looking at it now, I'm like, yeah. Maple Treeway's the...
So you got Turnip and Golden Dash in there.
Mm-hmm.
So above Turnip.
I have both above both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
For having a decent 3DS track and a better city track, and then Maple Treeway.
Literally.
And then a pretty good GBA track. So.
All right, the Moon Cup, Berlin Byways, Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, and Rainbow Road.
You know, I will say, speaking of cups, it's kind of funny that they didn't put Moon View Highway in this cup. I'm just saying.
Ha ha ha! Will you be here all week? Had to pull out the Scott the Waz joke there.
Taxes.
Now my taxes.
This is one of my 3 A tiers. This cup is very good, very strong.
Yeah, but where's the woohoos?
I don't know, but I'm not going to punish this cup for not having it. None of the cups do.
They weren't in tour. They never had a chance, sadly.
I know, that breaks my heart. They better be in the next one.
But I do think it, like, one of them is definitely getting in the next game, no doubt.
I don't care what they have to do. I want both, or I want them putting together into one mega track. I do not care.
Jesus, a 6-part track? That's crazy.
That'd be way too long.
I will.
That'd be the next N64 Rainbow Road.
Give me an 8-minute track.
But it wouldn't even. How would you even make that work? Because you go on the beach and then you have to like really make the track.
When you go for the second loop, it's the same way as like the torch tracks. You go backwards.
It's so easy. You have a skybox that can change time of day, and they change it so as you get closer to nearing the town in like the loop, it starts getting to be sunset. And then instead of like starting where you cross the bridge, and that's when you start going up the mountain.
I kind of like that because both of them have their own charm, and I think they're better off separate because it's like you have just around the island or through the mountain.
I'd rather it be 2, but if I can only have one, I want one in both.
I like
mean,
how your description of this is simultaneously a prediction and also a jab at Sunset what is it? Sunset
Sunset
Wilds.
Wilds. Thank you for catching that.
You'll
don't
have
worry,
a
next game.
skybox. You're so aggressive.
Don't worry.
with it.
Don't worry. Next game's engine will they'll probably definitely make sure the next game's
Better
engine
be.
can handle lighting changes.
Probably 10 years newer than the one we had for 8. It better
Yeah,
be.
to be fair, because the game is using a 2014 Nintendo lighting engine.
It's probably using a 2012 lighting engine.
Actually, yeah, because that's what. That's. I mean, I can understand. I can understand how that would be harder to update now, especially.
Back when Nintendo didn't understand how to develop an HD video game.
Yeah. Which is crazy
They were
because
new to it.
the Booster Course Pass looks worse than the base game, and the base game is incredible for someone that doesn't know how to do HD game. So
That's because the DLC is probably made by the Tor developers, so
Yeah.
not as big of a team.
anyway, where did you guys put this cup?
I put it
Moon
in there.
Cup. Yeah, high A, top of A.
Agreed.
Okay.
I almost had an S, but I like what I do with the courses. I try to restrict how many I put in S, so I moved it down to top of A.
All right.
I can live with that.
So that was the end of Wave 3 and also the end of Year 1. To recap, you have A tier, Moon Cup, Propeller Cup. B tier, Rock Cup, Turnip Cup, Golden Dash Cup. And C tier, Lucky Cat Cup.